Alright guys, so welcome to episode 3 of AOR VA Supercars Season 2 for my sort of reviews of those of these races. And it is qualifying right now, and this is our outlet really. Hockenheim obviously is round 3 out of 10, and I felt really good around this track actually, and I was doing a lot of practice. I mean, equally as good as I was around Watkins Glen. Obviously we had a really good result around Watkins Glen. And here we're trying to sort of target for the same sort of result actually, and try and get up, maybe trying for the top 10 is a possibility here, but we're going to go into our flying lap here. I was pleasantly surprised how much pace I had, because I was doing a lot of practice, a lot of race runs before this. I had 4 race runs to try and be as quick as I could. And to be honest, here's our fastest lap right now, and we're going to attack the first one. Let's see how we're doing. We've got to mind the curve on the inside, because you can bunny hop that a lot. And on the outside, you don't want to ride that too much, but we do ride it a little bit, so you don't want to be running full forward there, otherwise just going to spin off into the wall because of the all spin it has. And then down, brake quite late here, down to about 2nd gear here, trying to clip the apex, and we do indeed need to hug the inside line there, and then turn it into the mid-line, so you don't get any sort of rear end spinning out. And we go right the curve there, and it's actually not too bad, but I could have improved in that section there. I felt like, when I did the end of this lap, I felt like I could have improved in that section particularly. Heading down here is quite difficult here. You've got to brake just before the cones, if we hit the cones, and then let's tuck it in and just keep in the midpoint of the road, and then we did pretty good there actually, a nice corner. And then down the 2nd gear for this corner, very difficult to clip right, a little bit wide off the apex, but not too bad. Hang it in there, and so far so good. No real oversteer, and we've been very settled with the car, running it in 2nd actually to give a better turn in at the 3rd and out the 4th. I could run a 3rd, I could have run a 3rd through there, and then in this section is very difficult down a 3rd gear. Braking, and actually I got a lot of oversteer there, a lot of understeer as well. I couldn't turn in, I went too fast and I went too hot, and that cost me a little time there. I felt for a good 2 tenths or so. And then this is not being too bad, hugging the apex, getting a nice exit, which we do get, and then running it into sort of the last section here. And you can easily spin out through here if you're not careful, which we actually don't do. Last couple of corners are very challenging here, and then running a little bit of a curb, and then again it was a little bit of oversteer, hitting the curb, and we got a little bit of oversteer there, and then up to 3rd gear now. And this lap was pretty good actually. I felt a little improved on that, but it's a 32.0, which actually was our one of our personal best lap times. Great lap, and we tried to go for another lap here later on in the session, and we were down in P12, which actually would have equalled our best result in qualifying if we kept this position. And we were trying to improve. We were going. For me, this felt more of a better lap than the last one, but it wasn't actually an improvement. We were down by 4 tenths, and here I didn't actually understeer it at all, but we actually go off a little bit there, so I felt maybe there was more time in it. I felt I could have improved, possibly get up the order a little bit more, down in 13th place, so which is not a bad qualifying result for us obviously, compared to these guys. But we weren't, we were about 1.7 off the pace, which actually is not too bad, because we were like, I think we were something like the same sort of gap, 1.8, 1.9 off the pace at Watkins Glen. So in contrast, we've actually definitely improved and closed the gap up a little bit. It's not the best. I feel like I could have improved in the lap and possibly got up the order a little bit more. That's the end of the session there, and we qualified in P13. It's quite a good lap. I just felt like I could have improved on it by a couple of tenths, and possibly 3 or 4 tenths, possibly 2 to 4 tenths quicker I could have gone if I didn't make so many mistakes in my first lap. But it was almost like the first lap was literally the fastest lap you could do. So I felt I could have improved on it, but you never know what could happen. But pretty good actually for myself. I was pretty happy with it anyway as a whole. I matched my personal best. I didn't practice one by myself, so that was pretty good. But there was an opportunity to go faster, and I didn't take it. So not too bad otherwise. It's a pretty good qualifying result for us. And around this track, because it's so difficult. This track I found quite hard. I mean, it's harder than Watkins Glen is because of the curbs around this track, because if you go on the ride curbs too much, you get spin out. But that's our time. We're in P13 for the grid of this race. Obviously this is a review, so I can't actually show you this whole race. I'll do that for Long Beach, but I can't do it for the nose. It doesn't say my replays. That's the order. After Shuffle on pole, which I think was like his first pole of the season. I think, or might be in his 2nd. And KBTK, normally he's been winning these races, actually down in 4th. So that's pretty much it. But let's just go through the race as a whole. This is the last sort of laps of the race, and basically the start was pretty good. We got up to 11th place. I was battling for like 10th, and then I was very cautious. I didn't want to spin out or anything, because these curves around this track you can spin out very easily, and the pressure of the league, the amount of people who were following me at the moment in that race was a lot of pressure. So I sort of cracked, but I didn't want to spin out, and I wanted to. I was running P11, I was running pretty well, and I slipped down the order back to P14, and then I was able to. And I think Caff was catching me. STI Callum had a bit of a bad race and he quit, and I think Caff quit as well, even though it was catching me. So I was like running. This is our final position basically. Was in 13th for pretty much the rest of the race, and this is actually our fastest lap of the race here. And we're going to come across the line for a 1:31.689, which was much faster than our qualifying lap. That's why I felt that almost in the race, everyone was going faster than their quali laps in the race. And here we see a bit of a mistake, a bit of a rookie error, but we didn't hit the wall there. We luckily saved it from the wall because that would have ended really badly. But we actually were catching Jordan McGonigal, who was battling with Bestial at the end of the race, which was not surprising because I think them two had a bit of trouble with each other in terms of battling. We were catching them towards the end. I had high hopes of possibly being able to catch them up, but that mistake sort of put it all to rest. We lost about 3 seconds there, as you can see from the timer. And towards the end of the race, you'll see how that's actually quite vital because we actually catch Jordan at the end of the race. But I think he has some sort of problem with Bestial, or I don't know what the outcome of that is going to be. But I think they're just having a bit of a harsh battle, and things didn't really go very well with that battle. But we actually are catching Jordan up again, which just showed he was in a wall, in a bit of a wall with Bestial. Other than that, it was a very strong race. 13th is our best result of the league. I felt I could have probably got a little bit better. I didn't extend there, a little bit of oversteer there, but I felt I could have got better. And actually, throughout the race, I was getting more confidence. I was getting more confident than I was at the start because I was running at P11. I had a really good start. I shot off through the field to P11. I didn't stall either, and it really hooked at the start. And I was really good at the start, but just really cautious. I didn't really want to put it in the wall. I didn't want to split the curbs. But I was really wary of that, and I didn't want to get a bad result. And for me, this is a good result for me, and it gives me a lot of confidence because pace was pretty good. Jordan McGonigal was a very fast driver, so his best deal, and to be sort of closing the gaps on those guys throughout the season, which is really what our aim is. We should be able to close in the gaps, and hopefully by the end of the season we should be able to train for the top 10. Do that, that'd be great, and we're very close to it. We're not far away. You just need to hook up the right laps in qualifying and do the best things in the race, throughout the season, I'm just going to get experience other situations at the start of the race, because at the start of the race, there was like 3 of us going for it, absolutely going for it, and I didn't want to spin out. I wanted to protect my position, and obviously I was doing what I could to defend, but they eventually got past me because I made a couple of mistakes. But I was just so cautious. I was braking earlier than I normally would do. Then I was doing qualifying because I was following the cars in front of me, so I was pretty tight. I was cautious, and I didn't want to hit anyone off the track. I didn't want to spin off myself, catch my own race. There's a lot of things that were running through my head throughout this race and the start. But then after I got into my own air, got into my own rhythm, and within time I sort of was able to set some really fast lap times. And here actually we see that catching Jordan McGonigal, and I think he sort of gave up on this stage because of what happened with him and Bestial. I don't know what happened between the two of them. I think it might have been they might have forced each other off the track. I think Bestial might have forced him off the track. I think that's what happened because I was looking at the forums in the end. There's no way I can predict on this, but pretty much, we were those 3 seconds actually lost us a lot of time, and we could have actually been right up there with Jordan at the end. But that's the way it is, and I'm very happy with 13th. And we weren't lacking in pace. We weren't a back marker running in P13. We were actually running in a good position and battling P13 with STI Callum. He had a really bad race for him, and he'll come back strong. He's a very fast driver, STI Callum, and Caff was running quite well as well at this early start. But I wasn't pushing as hard as I could have done because I was just so cautious at the start of the race. So that's really good, and it gives me a lot of confidence going into the upcoming rounds. And we just need to improve and just get better and be a bit more aggressive in the races. Maybe not be so cautious. Because in the end, I don't want to sort of give myself a reputation of being like someone who can take people out, and I just want to be pretending my own races, because really there's no way I'm going to be competing in the top 10 anytime soon. So if I can do that towards the end of the season, it'd be great, and just try and protect what I can. So that's been this episode, guys. I was pretty happy with this race, best result of the season so far, and it should give us some good results in the rest of the season. And so the championship standings will be at the end of this video, so be sure to catch those out. I'll give you the updated championship standings, but I think that for me was a really good race. Yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please leave a like and subscribe for more ways to content the channel. And yeah, I'll see you next video. Thanks guys for watching. That's the next video. Bye guys.